I had quit school because my mother didn't have money to keep me in school. And a friend of mine invited me. He said, just as there's an opportunity that you can be able to be a part of, and that's the Neolife opportunity. If you understand it well, and you do it with a lot of energy, you give it a lot of commitment, you work so hard, within 1 year, you could actually be able to go back to school. I didn't know that honoring the invitation was actually something that was going to change my life, and not only my life, but also for my family and also many other people along the way. So I decided to get into this Neolife opportunity. And as the presentation went, they talked about doing the basics. They talked about using the products. Well, we've been hearing stories of people who started because they wanted to use the products. I was only 20 years. I felt like maybe I didn't need to use the products. But then when I kept on attending meetings, I kept on building a customer base, then I kept on meeting sick people. Then I made a decision that I actually needed these products. I did not need first to get sick. So I started using the products as well. And then they told me to go ahead and recommend the products. With recommending these products, you're changing people's lives. With recommending these products, you're actually making money, because that is actually how we make money. We make money through recommending these products to various people. So I did that. And then I was told also introduce people to build a network, because I was told that Neolife pays us because we have built a network of people using products. And the bigger the network, the more the money you earn. So I did that as well. And then the other basic I was told was personal development, for me to be able to attend trainings, to attend meetings, so that I can be able to learn the skills like business building skills, communication skills, customer acquisition, customer retention skills, leadership skills, presentation skills. So I went ahead and kept on attending meetings after meeting, and then I kept on becoming better and better every other day. We all didn't start this way. We all didn't start looking good. We all didn't start, knowing how to talk, what to say and what not to say. But through attending meetings and trainings and also doing these things, that is how we keep on growing and becoming better and better. So I did these things, and by doing these things, in my very first month, I was able to become a senior manager. A senior manager, my first income in Neolife, my very first month, was about $120. Now, well, that may not be big to you, but to me, who had started because I had registered for a dead year, and as a student, sometimes I would even struggle with meals. That meant a lot. But also most importantly, when I was to earn the $120 in my first month, and then I saw my other uplines whose incomes were $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $5,000. It gave me a lot of hope. In fact, some of them even told me that Justus, you've actually started off in a very good way. If you can maintain this, then you are headed for greatness. I kept on building my business. In my 6th month of the business, I was able to become a director. When I became a director, my income was about $500. Now, you may not know what $500 means, but to me, it meant heaven to me. To someone who couldn't afford paying my hostel fees, struggling with meals, struggling with basic needs, $500 after my 6th month of doing this business meant a lot. It gave me a lot of hope. And then I kept on building the business. When I became director, I remember there are some people on my team like Dennis Tomushabe, Joseph Mujisha. This guy said, Justus, if you can become a director, I think there's hope that we can also become directors. So these guys, I supported them. We worked together. We built a business. And by the time I was making 1 year in Neolife, I had 3 directors. And the 3 directors, because they had become directors, I was able to actually go ahead and become a world member in my first 1 year of the business. And that income-wise, that meant over $1,000 per month. And now to me, that gave me a lot of courage. That made me, earning $1,000 per month at age 21. And as a student who had actually quit school, that was huge. That was huge. Because I think earning $1,000 in my country here puts you in a certain class that really you live averagely a good life. Now I was not like a normal student. I went back to school, started paying my own school fees. And then later on, when I just turned 2 years in this business, that is actually now when we had some things, bad things happen at home. We lost our dad. And at home, we are many, we are 8. And luckily enough, I'm actually the firstborn. And when that happened, I was able to, I told my mother, you know what? There is something that I'm doing. It is what has taken me back to school, and you already know about it. And I'm quite sure that through this opportunity in Neolife, I can also be able to give a helping hand. And today I am so happy. Allow me to share my screen. Let me, okay, just a minute. Okay, there we go. Okay. I want to share my screen so that I can show you. They say pictures speak louder than words. Here we go. Okay. Yes. So when I became when our father passed on, I started supporting my sisters. And today I am so happy that one of my sisters who follows me is actually she did a business administration at Makerere University, and she graduated courtesy of Neolife. The one that follows her out of Neolife as well graduated with a Bachelor of International Business. And then the other one that follows is this brother of mine who is now a doctor, medical doctor. I started paying for him school fees as early as senior 2 when our father passed on. And then the one that follows the doctor is a pharmacist. And the one that follows the pharmacist is an electrical engineer. And all these people have actually gone through Neolife. In fact, I would want to say that they are Neolife products. I have 2 babies today. My son is now 10, and he's here. He goes to a school where I pay $1,000 every single term. In a year, I actually pay about $5,000 for his school fees. And all that is actually because of Neolife. My daughter is starting school, I think sometime next year, who will be going to a school. We've already identified the school. Well, we'll be paying about $2,500 every single time she's going to school. And all that is possible because of Neolife, because I don't do anything else apart from Neolife. Now, I love cars. And when I was growing up, I'd never seen a car in my family. I come from these humble families whereby, well, I've had chances to go to the best schools. But every time I was going to school, my mother was always selling off our inheritance, selling the cows, selling the goats, selling the land. And we didn't live a good life, but we went to very good schools because it was her dream for us to go to the best schools. So as early as my second year, when I was back in school, I was paying my fees, paying school for my brothers and sisters. I decided to buy myself my first car. Today I have these two cars. I choose which to drive. I choose which to drive according to the road I'm going to. And I thank that for Neolife, you know. Neolife has made it possible for me to start living a good life at an early age, you know. And then the other benefit that I've loved out of Neolife, because Neolife is basically about three things. It's about living a healthier life through our products. It's about making money, investing your money. Today, I've invested my money in land. I have so many land titles in my home. So many of them. Actually, I have over 20 land titles seated in my house that I've been able to acquire out of Neolife as an investment. And then the other benefit, apart from the health, then the money, then the other thing that I love most is the travel and lifestyle. Guys, if you love traveling, Neolife will answer that. From 2010, the only times I have not traveled was 2020 and 2021. Why? That was because of COVID. But I have traveled. I've traveled with Neolife. I've been to South Africa quite a number of times. I've been to Mauritius. We've been to Dubai. We've been to Zambia, the Victoria Falls. We've been to Dubai. This coming month, and the coming May, we are going to Istanbul in Turkey, you know. All that is because of Neolife. And I love that fact that every time I travel, everything is paid for. And I travel with my own mother because my mother is still my partner, though I plan to be able to change that. But because she also started her own business. The last time we went together to Durban last year, when she looked at other fellow adults who had actually built this business and had it as a retirement plan, she said, no, wait a minute. You mean I could also retire healthy and rich and still travel in my retirement? I think I need to start my own business. She came back, she registered in July. Yeah, late July. And then by the time, by July, August, September, October, she became director in 4 months. And right now she's already working so to become a SAFA director so that she can really, really, really travel properly because she loves traveling. So it's a very good business. It's a family business. I love the business because you do not only change your life, but you also change other people's life. And then you travel. All these beautiful places that you're seeing here, I've been there. The other thing that I also love so much passionately is that you're also able to connect with other people out there. I love the fact that all these people that you're seeing on the screen, they are all my friends, the Grace Cheges, they are my friend. And I'm telling you, every time we meet at these international trips, it is always fun. It is always the time we get to connect with those international friends. I just can't wait for the month of May when we travel to Istanbul, Turkey, so that we can go and catch up with friends, you know, share ideas, have fun. Now, you find only those things in Neolife. Neolife is a very, very good opportunity. And then, you know, that's why we are going to be in Istanbul in Turkey. Last year we were in Durban, South Africa. We had fun, you know. And then the other thing that I love so much about Neolife, in Neolife, you only become successful if you have been able to change other people's lives. If you do not have a heart for people, if you don't love people, then you won't make it in Neolife. If you have a heart that loves people, then you'll make it. All these are my wealthy members and directors in the business, emerald directors. And today we are building this business. You know, our mission is to raise entrepreneurs to reach their full potential. All these guys have very, very amazing stories. Some of them had done business after business after business, and things were not working out. And today, out of Neolife, they're earning incomes of over $1,000 every single month because of Neolife. Others have been able even to build houses, you know, courtesy of Neolife. So if you are here, you're on this call, I would love to assure you that Neolife can make it possible for you. Now, the other thing that I love so much, I have learned investment. I have learned how to make money. save my money, grow my money, and then invest my money. I have a dream to invest in real estate. Well, I started by buying land from 2013. I've been buying land every single year. Every single year I've been buying land. But now I want to grow some of my properties so that I can start collecting rent. My goal is by 2030, I want to be collecting rent of over 20,000 US dollars every single month. Now, I have seen people who have done it before. I have seen people buy apartments. I've seen people build apartments. I've seen people do all these things. That is why I say it with confidence that if it is possible for me as well, and it is possible for you as well, you can live your dream. Neolife makes things happen. I've seen people walk out with commissions of 100,000 US dollars, 50,000 US dollars, 30,000 US dollars, 200,000 US dollars. I have seen all these commissions. Now, if you would earn that much, then why wouldn't you have such kind of investments? It is possible. In fact, every single time I am speaking to new people, my biggest prayer is always, may God help you to understand this business. May God speak to you so that you can be able to get started in this business. May God be able to help you to believe that if this business can work for these people, it can also work for me as well. I know it is possible because I have done it. I have helped other people do it. I have seen other people do it. I also do believe that you can do it. Thank you so much for inviting me to this call. I hope that you can get started. I hope that we can also be able to support you and build you up so that 1 to 3 years from now, you even share much better testimonies than even we've been able to share. Thank you so much for listening to me, and back to you, our host.
Thank you, Justus, for that very powerful testimony. I'm sure we feel inspired. We want to be you. We want to do well. I'm just thinking about all this real property that you're buying, and I'm thinking, okay, maybe I should have such a big goal like you do. And I'm sure this is something that is really, it's doable. Hard work, like you said, you have to work on it. And what I like about the whole business is, like what your mother said and did, she wants to see a retirement income whereby you don't have to really struggle, you can do it. And I'm so happy when I'm talking to ladies my age or a little younger, and I tell them we can retire smart. This is what you're telling us, it's possible. You start now. And, it's good to start early so that by the time you get to certain ages like mine, you will already have built yourself a big business. And thank you so much for talking to us, inspiring us, especially the younger people on this call, the people who are young in terms of just joining. I know I have 2 people who just joined this weekend, and they're here to listen to you, and they'll be inspired, I know for a fact. So thank you so much, Justus, and I'm sure we will be asking you to come and talk to us again. And with that, I take it back to you, Josephine.